Hey guys, Andy Powers here with the Texas Pitching Institute here in El Paso, and today we're going to talk about ground forces, why they're important, and I'm going to show you a couple of drills that you can do to practice at home to make those even better. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so the reason we want to talk about ground forces is because this is where everything starts in our delivery. It starts from the ground up. One of the rules that we have here at the Texas Pitching Institute is that we want our arm to be a facilitator, not a generator. So in other words, we want our arm to just pass through and transfer everything that we create using our body. Well, the most important place that we do to start all of that is going to be right here at the ground. And I see so many guys that actually start and make their throws basically from the waist up. There's a lot of problems and risks that go into that. So the drill that we're going to talk about today in ground force is trying to create more momentum, more energy, more power, more momentum that goes into your throw to make it even easier on the arm, plus creating more output once you actually throw the baseball. So one of the things I want you to understand real quickly about ground force is that the physics rule to ground force is that however much effort and energy you push into the ground will exert the exact same amount of force back at you in the equal and opposite direction. So if you see a lot of guys that are pitching and they're straight up and down, and then they drop to pitch, they're pushing straight down. So the earth is pushing straight back up at them. In other words, if I wanted somebody to spring up real quick, or if I wanted them to drop, they'd be able to do that very, very well. But if I wanted them to go in a lateral movement any direction, they would not be able to do that very well. And that's so typical of what we see today with what we're teaching is the balance point, that checkpoint of being here and balancing and then going forward. It's a flawed concept. What we want to do is we want to be moving towards the catcher right away for the most part, under control, and that's the big key there. So when we do this, we've got to create ground forces that are going down and backwards so that our body can go in the equal and opposite direction forward. It's projecting us towards our target. And so one of the things that we do is a simple drill that you can do at the house, and it's called a wall drill. I'm going to show you two variations of it, but it's pretty simple. The very first variation is that you're going to put your back foot right into the corner, and you're just going to angle it. You're going to angle your back foot. Half of the foot, outside part of your foot's on the wall, the inside part of your foot is on the ground. Now the key to the wall drill is that you're going to simulate a throw forward. If you lift your leg and you bump into the wall, then that should tell you right away that your momentum, your energy, the direction that you're going is away from home plate instead of towards home plate. So for a guy who's doing this drill, if he lifts his leg to pitch and he bumps into the wall, just stop and start over again. Now, if you go and you don't bump the wall, but your hand hits the wall, then that also tells you that you're not going forward aggressively enough. You're not getting away from the wall quick enough. If you do this drill right, you should not touch the wall with your shoulder, and you should not touch the hand with the wall, and it's going to put you right into position to be able to throw. But what you're going to feel is you're going to feel from the moment you lift this front leg, this back knee gets inside this foot. You feel the weight transfer even more into the inside of your foot, and you're able to drive off of that back foot, but you're pushing down and back, and the equal and opposite reaction of ground force is it's going to project you forward. So this is a very critical drill from the moment we start our delivery to get right, because the better you are at this, the better chance you have of not only taking more burden off your arm, but putting more into your throw at the same time, throwing the ball harder, hopefully, which is what we all want. Now, the second variation of this drill is once you feel pretty good about having your foot in this position and you're getting it down and you're making it pretty comfortable, then the next step is to just then put your foot flat on the ground, and the outside side of your foot is going to be up against the wall, but nothing else changes. This is exactly the same way we would do the drill. It's just more difficult to go forward because now we don't have the angle that our foot created in the first variation of this drill. Hey, if that was helpful for you, you like that, make sure that you subscribe to my page. Check us out on YouTube. There's going to be a whole lot more videos available to you now and coming in the future. And if you, as a member of the page, you're going to be the first to get these videos as well. And I hope that this helps you. I'll see you down the road.